breed. You don't see too many like me. Cause I am one of the reasons you do what you do. When you wanna be me instead of you. Cause I am still on beat. Showing love to the streets. Come on, you know me. Cause that's who I am.
Good morning and welcome to another Saturday Morning Sports Talk with Kevin, Zach, Tom, and Terry. I was going to do a different introduction today with more elaborate names for all of them, but unfortunately, I don't know what Zach likes, so I couldn't exactly do one for him. I'll have to see his banner to know, and then next Saturday, I'll do something very elaborate for y'all.
All right. So while we're waiting for that for next week, reminding you that Shelby Heating and Air is bringing you Saturday Morning Sports Talk. Give them a call, 704-487-7877. Check them out online, shelbyheating.com for your heating and air needs.
So, JP, you can go with Tar Heels, Hornets, Panthers, Baby Jesus, He-Man, Dukes of Hazzard, Ghostbusters. You got a Ghostbusters shirt on, JP. That could have been a first tip.
Well, I can't see it from where I'm at, actually, surprisingly enough.
You know, you could stand.
Where's the fun in that?
Well, good morning, everybody. Zach, I need you to do me a favor.
Yep.
And turn that computer back on, because I got to play a song here for everybody. Oh, man. All right, you ready? JP, are you ready in there?
Yeah.
All right, so you guys got to sing along too. Okay. Well, there'll be a commercial first on the internet, but we gotta play it. We gotta play a song for everybody. Well, not for everybody. This is for Tom, actually. Tom, welcome to Saturday Morning Sports Talk.
For he's a jolly good fellow, for he's a jolly good fellow, for he's a jolly good fellow, which nobody can deny, which nobody can deny, which nobody can deny. For he's a jolly good fellow, for he's a jolly good fellow, for he's a jolly good fellow, which nobody can deny.
Nobody can deny.
Thank you, Kevin.
Well, good morning, Tom. Terry, did you know you were in the presence of greatness?
Tell me about this photo.
Well, it was at PD on Wednesday. We had a motivational speaker come in, and evidently I was voted a Teacher of the Year, which I did not know. That's why I'm in khaki shorts.
Look great
and
there, Tom.
T-shirt with everybody else.
Under Armour flip flops.
Somebody could have said, "Hey, Tom,
Yeah, I want to
we're going to take a picture of you," but I didn't get the memo. So that picture is on the website of everybody in shirt and tie. And the thing is, on most days to work, I do wear a shirt and tie when I go to work. Golf shirt on Friday. But here it's Wednesday, it's PD, dressed comfortably, summertime. We were at the Earl Scruggs Center in the middle of town, So I parked the car, went for a little walk. I'm going to wear something comfortable to this, Terry. And then, you're Teacher of the Year. Get over here and take a picture. And we're going to put it on 8 different platforms of social media. So thanks, guys. I appreciate that. But that's me.
Terry, greatness.
I don't know what to say.
The Teacher of the Year. That means the best. The GOAT. The GOAT is here. Wait till I get some good logos and art for the rest of the summer.
I'm really looking forward
until
to
till the next session begins. I got to restart the voting.
You have some money bags in that little package.
I think the election was rigged. Yeah. They gave me some. Whoever made the basket knew me because they put in buffalo wing sauce and barbecue sauce and things like that. So it was actually a gift basket.
No Buckeyes in that basket.
There were some chocolate Buckeyes in there. Yep.
Hey, that's a good guess.
Somebody who actually knew something about me made the basket. So.
Oh, well, Tom,
so they did a good job.
This is what happens when you're beloved. And, I was told something about you.
I get told a lot of things about
your teaching
my
style.
Students.
Let me pull. I gotta have to pull this out because I want to see Tom's reaction when I ask him this. Where's my Cinephony cam? Oh yeah, gotta go back to the Teacher of the Year cam. This one, Teacher of the Year cam with Tommy Cinephony. Tom, I was told that Terry, he likes to use one of these, and he bangs his desk and yells at the kids when they're bad. This is what I was told, Terry. And
False. False.
just wondering, mini bats. This is what I hear of Terry. This is what I'm told is. Be quiet. Listen to the Teacher of the Year. Listen to the GOAT. You'll learn something.
False.
Right? Is that right, Tom?
False.
No, that's true.
No, I have a bat in my room to point to things, to take down a potential assailant. But other than that, no.
Terry, you can learn
just
something
teaching
set beside
batting
though. Maybe you can get
Teaching
Teacher of the Year
batting
next year
standards, Terry.
yourself.
Yeah, Terry. Take notes. You sit there every Saturday. Have you took a note yet? Have you been named Teacher of the Year?
Do what?
Have you been named Teacher of the Year?
No.
Well,
Shoot,
then maybe
no.
you should take notes there right beside
I mean,
you.
learn how to stuff ballots or whatever.
I got to put more artwork on my stuff now. He's got to put a little penalty on it.
Well, usually when I ask the West Lincoln people, I said, "Yeah, I'm here to referee the game." Do y'all know Terry Reinhardt? Yes, but we don't claim him. So, I mean, I don't know what to make of that.
That's on account of I try to make everybody part of West Lincoln, and they know that.
I'm sure you do.
Yeah.
Well, congratulations, Tom.
Thank you.
And on your award and the prestige it may bring you.
They announced it when I was on the radio the other night for you at the stadium.
Yeah.
To make sure that they embarrassed me again. So I do appreciate my colleagues voting me that. I do appreciate it. So as I begin
That's what I was about to say. Who votes on that? Is that teachers, students, janitors?
Different principals,
Yeah.
different ways. Sometimes that you do a nomination process and come up with a list of names from the nomination, but the nominations are kind of like American primaries. Some of the people nominated are not the best choice. So our new principal just basically said, let's just put everybody on there. Whoever you think's Teacher of the Year, that's who you put. Doesn't matter. Got 80 teachers in the building, whoever you thought. So it was my turn to win, Terry. That's what it was.
Sorry for the folks at home.
We always go through
double audio
elimination,
on a lot of that.
There you.
Yeah, we do it, and then we come back and have the ones like 3 to 4 to 5 maybe.
Yeah.
Pick out of these after you do the first round balloting.
Listen, Tom's one. I know Tom was one Announcer of the Year, Teacher of the Year.
2009, I was coaching the year when I had a German exchange student.
Listen, so the trophy.
Got a ringer.
The trophy.
Remember my buddy Chris Emery. I remember at the banquet, I got that plaque that said Teacher of the Year, and the kid that from Germany was named Nick. He said, "Congratulations on your award. You're gonna give that plaque to Nick."
Nobody'd be nice, would they, about anything?
I remember that. I died laughing.
A lot better coach with
a lot better coach when I had a foreign exchange student score about 35.
When Lionel Messi come play for Tom for a semester.
Right. Never hurts to get an exchange student.
Well, Tom, tell us about our sponsor. You're the Teacher of the Year. It should mean you can read well, right?
That's right. Shelby Heating and Air. Once again, 704-487-7877, shelbyheating.com. Going to be 98 degrees next week. Might want to get your system checked by Shelby Heating and Air. Give them a call, 704-487-7877. If you check them out online, they have special offers page, lots of discounts there. They're the best in the business. Give them a call, 704-487-7877. Or once again, shelbyheating.com.
So this weekend on the schedule for everybody, we've got NASCAR Racing Day at 2:15 WCSL, Xfinity NASCAR Racing. I think that's what that is. Pittsburgh Pirates and the Braves 3:45 on WHS, and then tonight 6:45 p.m. Over in a little tournament in Shelby. Randolph County is at Cherryville in their part of the bracket, and then Rowan County is at Cleveland County in their part of the bracket on WHS. At WCSL tomorrow, we'll have Casey Kasem, of course, at noon. Pittsburgh Pirates and the Atlanta Braves and the Toyota Save Mart 350 NASCAR style. And we will start there on the weekends. Of course, we do broadcast NASCAR racing here on KTC Broadcasting this weekend. They're at one of Terry's favorite courses, Sonoma. Right, Terry? How'd you like the race last week? How about we start
Well,
there?
I'm kind of aggravated because, I don't want Kyle Busch to turn into Dale Earnhardt Jr. I mean, when you finish third, second, and second, take the guy out in front of you. Go win the race. Take him out.
That's great, Terry.
You just hear it right there.
Well, I'm just telling you, go get it. You're that close. Forget it. Knock the guy out of the way. Even if it's your own teammate. Who cares? Go win the race.
Sure. It's great. Just go put the other guy's life in danger so you can win a race.
You can take him out. You can take him out, Tom Felton, I mean, come on.
Spoken like a true Kyle Busch fan.
Well, Logano won the race, and we talked
No,
about...
he should have took him out for sure. That race, he should have.
Well, he has no problem taking other people out.
I know.
First of all. And then, the first ever race, we talked about that last week, seems like he wins or contends for every one of those. And so Logano first, Kyle Busch second, Kurt Busch third, Blaney fourth, and Almirola fifth there, Truex Jones, Chastain, Christopher Bell, and the Dinger comes in 10th. Kyle Larson, some of y'all's pick, came in 12th there, Terry. So how'd you like the track and how in that race in particular?
I liked it because in that race, I mean, it got where you couldn't pass, and they were knocking each other out of the way. I mean, for St. Louis and their first time back there, loved it. Great race. I mean, not just on account of Kyle Busch finished second, but the overall race total I liked. So,
well, of course, they haven't done their. I hate how they do their betting odds on NASCAR.com. Y'all got to fix that, folks. Well, next week they'll be in Nashville, then Road America, Atlanta, and New Hampshire. If you're wondering where the schedule goes from there, let me find some regular, a better list of the odds for this weekend because they do a terrible job on that. I just want to point out for them. Schedule this weekend though, we can go over that. Today is Saturday, so after our show goes off, they'll have inspection. Camping World Series, Truck Series is at 1. We talked about that. Xfinity Series at 2:30 today. General Tire 200. NASCAR Cup Series practice. If you're wondering about the Cup Series, folks, it is at 4:30, 5:30 qualifying, and then 7:30 DoorDash. What did that not list? I don't know. What's the DoorDash 250? Terry? Oh, Truck Series. That was qualifying earlier. I was talking about for the Truck Series. Truck Series is tonight. We won't have that on KTC, but it is on 7:30 p.m. for race fans out there. And then tomorrow, the Save Mart 400 comes on for us at 3 o'clock. It should be tea time somewhere around, Terry, about 4:15-ish, 4:30-ish for the folks
more
out
than
there.
likely.
So any picks on the road courses, or are you going to just start with Chase Elliott and go
That's
from there?
all you have to do. Chase Elliott, Kyle Larson, Kyle Busch. Those guys will be at the front. Eric Almirola will be up there. I mean, the guys that's always Cole Custer, you put him about 10th to 20th. I mean, that's just how I look at that stuff. I mean, if you're a good road course driver, you're going to be up front, and that's what's going to happen here.
Zach? Well, here's your favorites. Elliott Larson, Truex, Chastain, Kyle Busch, Blaney, Dinger, Cindric, Logano, and Briscoe are your top 10 favorites.
That's right. I mean,
Who you going with?
I'm going with Larson.
Terry? I mean, not Terry. Tommy?
Chase Elliott.
Now, we do know one thing, Tom. You will not receive a Pick of the Year award.
No.
On the footballs. We're gonna say I'm gonna save time on not making that graphic for you. I'm going to go. I don't like none of those people in the top there, right there. But who'd you go, Zach?
I went with Larson.
I'll go Truex. He likes dragging people.
That's who I was going with.
Is that you going with now, or are you going to pick somebody
I'm
different?
going to pick somebody different now.
Sorry, Terry.
I'm going to go Reddick.
All right. So he goes J.J. Reddick, right? Tyler. He's in the 12th.
Tyler
He's 18-1 odds. So Tyler Reddick for Terry. All
I
right,
don't
JP.
like him anyway, but I'll pull for him.
JP, did you have a good week?
Yeah, a good one.
Yeah. See any good movies?
Say again?
See any good movies?
No, not yet. I'm gonna go see Jurassic Park probably Tuesday.
Tuesday. I might have to take the kids tonight.
Is that bonus night on Tuesdays, JP?
Yeah, $5.
All right, there you go.
Yeah.
JP's helping everybody out.
Did you really just call that out on that?
Huh?
The Tuesday
bonus
deals,
day?
or whatever.
I mean, it is.
Between the two of y'all, I have questions. I might take mine to the drive-in to see the Jurassic Park tonight. JP, scare him up a little bit before bed.
Yeah, you'll probably scare them considering
No,
there's a movie where in the movie there's a T-Rex at a drive-in theater.
Yeah, well, let me put it this way: my daughter's scared of nothing, and so there is no fear. Terry, she was like 3 or 4, and my son talked her into watching one of the Jurassic Parks, and I was like, I didn't know that they had watched it, and it was come to seem like one of the guys got his hands bit off, and she laughed. So that's where she's at with that. Cares nothing about it. She thinks it's funny. She loves seeing people getting eaten, is what she says. So I have no worries about that. But today she does have a dance recital. So we've got to go see that here in just a little bit. And so the end of dance season. So finally she can do other things like swimming and whatever, I guess. All right, JP, let's take a break. When we come back, KDCBroadcasting.com.
Hi, I'm Skylar Rambo Cheney, driver number 17 NASCAR Weekly Late Model Series. When I look for a quality vehicle, I look no further than ProMotion Motor Company located in Lincoln. On-lot financing with 14 banks to choose from for all types of credit. Over 100 units to choose from. In fact, one of the largest inventories around. ProMotion Motor Company, 2527 East Main Street in Lincoln. Call 704-735-0303.
We're gonna rock around the clock tonight.
You can rock around the clock in your new rocker recliner from Carolina Furniture Mart in Lincoln. Right now, they've got more recliners than Carter's got liver pills. All types, over 100 in stock, ready for your home. Rocker recliners, wall-hugging recliners, power recliners, extra wide recliners, recliners for extra big men, swivel glider recliners, and 8 styles of lift chairs. Have it delivered or listen to this deal. Pick it up for an extra special discount at Carolina Furniture Mart, 644 North Aspen Street in Lincoln, and see their page at whatsupshopper.com. Family owned and operated, proudly serving Shelby and the surrounding area with the finest in heating and cooling for your home or business. We're talking about Shelby Heating and Air, and right now they have an exclusive spring special on Carrier, Goodman, and Mitsubishi systems. Get exclusive Shelby Heating and Air discounts of up to $750. Yes, discounts on quality heating and cooling systems of up to $750. Online at ShelbyHeating.com, see their page at WhatsUpShopper.com, and like them on Facebook too. Located at 1990 Eves Road in Shelby.
Take the escalator of savings to the second floor at Kurt's Premium Outlet in East Ridge Mall in Gastonia. This week, white rockers in a box just $29.90. H2Go kiddie pools are only $20.25. All children's clothing 75% off. Kurt's has red wagons with rails in box for $69.90. South Street loft comforters are $19.95, and kids' backpacks are just $4.75. Up the escalator of savings at Kurt's Premium Outlet in the East Ridge Mall on North New Oak Road in Gastonia. See their page at whatsupshopper.com and like them on Facebook too. Not one, but several big trucks have backed up and unloaded some great buys at Teddy's Emporium Outlet in East Ridge Mall, Gastonia. Just arrived all sizes of kitchen bowls with lids, also shower curtains in many different designs, new gift bags, and large birthday bags just $1.99. There are many different kitchen utensils. This and much, much more at Teddy's Emporium Outlet in East Ridge Mall on North New Oak Road in Gastonia. Like them on Facebook.
You'll be the envy of the neighborhood in your new Envy crossover from West End Sales in Vail. The Envy features 4 seats of comfort with keyless ignition, a 7-inch color touchscreen display, integrated turn signals, adjustable speed parameters, power steering, regenerative braking, and heavy-duty construction. See the new Envy at West End Sales, Highway 18 North in Vail. Online at westendsales.com.
Thanks for help bringing the economy back. One local purchase at a time.
Kind of uplifts you and you feel better.
It's the greatest comeback of all time.
Shop local with whatsupshopper.com, Carolina Country, and The Boss.
And we're back on Saturday Morning Sports Talk with Kevin the Gang.
Terry. There is no 9 and 10-year-olds that's throwing anybody out at second base. I'll put it that way. At all. All right. Let's do. All right, we'll start with Terry's NBA Finals. Celtics in the finals. They lose last night at home to the Warriors, and 107-97. And now 2-2. Next game, like 3 weeks from today.
Monday.
I think it's Monday. So next game will be Monday night. And so Terry, tell us a little bit about last night's game from your perspective there.
It was just a quarter that we talk about outplaying each other. Well, I say in the third quarter, Boston played with Golden State all the way through, did not let them run away like they've been doing in the previous games in the third quarter or have great third quarters. But in the fourth quarter, Golden State did back to Boston what Boston's been doing to them by running away, and Boston could not do that. Golden State stayed with them. Plus, you couldn't stop Curry. There's a lot of points that Curry could have scored. He even got fouled a few times by Boston after he hit a three that never was called. But, hey, Boston, it's 2-2. You're going back to out in L.A. again.
San Francisco.
Well, San Francisco.
It's a different part of the state, too.
Okay, Tom.
Well,
But anyway.
what I was going to add is that it kind of flopped there.
Yeah.
Who dominated the fourth quarter
it
because
is.
Boston
It's
had been so good in the fourth quarter, and this time it was Golden State that was very good in the fourth quarter. And I watched bits and pieces of that game, and it seemed like Curry could not miss. It just was his night, man. And when a shooter gets hot, they put 40 or 50 on you.
Mm-hmm. Especially him. But, I mean, hey, we're going back 2-2. It's the best 2 out of 3 now. Boston is 7-0 after a loss in postseason. So, I mean, it's in their hands. They go out there and they win. They'll be coming back to Boston to kind of clinch it.
Yeah.
In Game 6. So
whoever Game 5's big.
I tell you, that's tough. That's tough though, where they have to go play 2 in Boston, then travel to San Francisco, then travel back to Boston, and then travel back to San Francisco for Game 7. That's just, man, that's tough. If I'm Boston, you definitely want to get that win in Game 5. Get that win and then try to close it out at home. And if you're Golden State, if you get that win at home, you're like, okay, well, if we lose in Boston, that's okay. They got to come all the way back here one more time. And I like Golden State's chances. And so I think this will be either Boston in 6 or Golden State in 7. I think the home team's going to close this one out, but we'll see. But Curry has another night. Like if he plays a couple more games like he did last night, Terry, it's going to be tough sledding for Boston. The other, I don't know if you guys saw, but Klay Thompson basically said he didn't like the Boston fans, that they were mean.
Well, Kyrie Irving said the same thing. Yeah.
It's like, are you kidding me? It's like, you're going to talk about Boston fans as if we don't know the way that. Didn't they make a comment? Remember Dan Aykroyd made that spoof comedy where they kidnapped one of the players on the team? I mean, it's just kind of funny to hear professionals talk about this when, they're, let's just say they're well compensated and the people paid a pretty good little penny to get up there on the court. So, yeah, I wish they wouldn't do it. I'm 100%. I wish they wouldn't do it because kids are watching and things like that. But it's just kind of funny to me to listen to what people whine about.
Well, I think in this whole series, I guess I've been kind of edgy because I want Boston to win for sure because that's my team. But on the other end, I want them to win because that's all I hear about is Golden State. I mean, when this series started, everybody said Boston, there's no way they can play with Golden State. And then I went back last week and I brought in here, Boston's beat them so many times, and like 6 out of the last 7 they had. And now it's, I guess it's all 2-2 now. It's 8 out of 11, so, I get so tired hearing that. Plus, I'm talking about a Boston franchise who has 17 rings. Golden State, you got what, 6, 5 or 6?
Come on,
you're not even in the same class as
Terry.
us. You're not even in the same class.
When was Boston's last championship?
2009.
Okay, so that's 13 years ago.
Okay, so you've been good for your little old decade. I mean,
So think
10
about
years.
what you just said, Terry. You've been good for a decade. Okay, you've been good. In other words, these are the dominant force in the 2000 teens or whatever you want to call it.
You're
so
the
you're
up
just
and
discounting.
coming. It's
You're just discounting
MVPs.
what they've done.
Well, it's
here
like
in-
MVPs, and whether you're in an elite program. Yeah, you've been good this little period.
But Boston's
Boston's been good all the way back to the 50s and 60s.
Yeah, but Terry, what's the 50s and 60s got to do with what's going on right now? I just don't understand why you're bringing this up. Well, Boston was good in the 60s. That's got nothing to do with right now, Terry. I think, Golden State is the face of the NBA as far as what they've done in recent years.
But before you had Curry and you won a championship, it had been 30 years, 40 years since you had even been in one?
Yeah, but we're talking about the last 10 years.
Oh no, that's what I'm saying. We're talking about right now.
So it doesn't surprise me.
And it's not like Golden State's beating Boston. They're not, because Boston, since Curry got there, Boston has the lead on Curry. They've beat him more than he's beat us.
I have to look that up. I don't know about that, Zach. You have to.
It's 16-13 Boston since Curry got there.
Usually Kevin does our fact finding on that.
It's 16-13 Boston since Curry arrived.
Terry says that if anybody's fact checking that at home, because he did say that Kyle Busch has 300 NASCAR victories or whatever, and some of them were
200. So he's closing in on 300.
But all that aside, I am pulling for Boston for one reason only, because I don't really care about either one of these teams. But I just do not want Draymond Green, the triple single man, to get another ring. I mean, that's my only motivation in this series. Like, I don't even pull against Curry anymore. It's like, well, he's earned it. You know what I mean? He's arguably the best shooter in the history of the NBA.
I think that's a fair assessment.
So if he wins another championship and he's the best shooter in NBA history, I mean, you can't hate the guy because he's good. But Draymond Green is not good, and he acts like he's good. And every time he fouls somebody, he's got to stare down the ref, stare down the player, and all this nonsense. It's like, that guy, I can't think of anybody else more undeserving of
LeBron
a ring
James.
than Draymond Green. So that's my only reason I even pay attention to any of this series, because really I don't like either one of these.
You're going to sit here and tell me
Draymond Green should not get another ring.
LeBron James complains about every foul. I
won't deny that. Luka's the same way. That's why those guys get on my nerves. I can't stand to watch.
I mean, even Curry doing what he was doing.
But you know the difference. You know the difference.
But he did get fouled a couple.
He did.
Yeah.
But he was a little over exaggerated. He's like,
so Zach, if I ask you, what's the difference between Luka, LeBron James, and Draymond Green?
He can play basketball.
Yeah, the first two are actually good basketball players. Like, the first two are actually good. The last one, he's like the crybaby on your
Tom,
weekend
why do
ball,
you say that?
who argues every pitch because he takes Broadway down the gut 2 times and then swings the ball over his head.
No, I don't even
and
want to
cries to the umpire.
If you go
He's a
ask
crybaby.
Curry and you go ask Thompson, they'll tell you flat out, he's our leader. He's our floor leader.
Whatever.
He's the one that dictates what's happening on this floor. Yeah, I'm getting a lot of shots, and he's getting some assists on occasion. He's dishing to me.
He dictates what happens.
He
so
does.
Curry doesn't shoot unless Draymond Green tells him.
Probably.
If Draymond Green tells Curry not to shoot, he just gives it up.
I heard that so many times this past week. They talking about Draymond because everybody's pointing to Draymond. Because you know what? Because they know Draymond is one of the best players on that team.
You know what Draymond is? Draymond's a fraud. Okay.
Yes.
Draymond.
Thank you.
He should be in the top 75 picks in the NBA of all time.
He's a fraud. If he was on any other team, he'd be a
That's how
nobody.
you get asked to lead.
He's a fraud. Whatever, Terry.
he had 2 points.
Was that all
2
he had?
points. Well, he probably finished with 2. He had 2 points and 2 assists at halftime last night.
I saw him he finished with 2. And that was a putback dunk. So the only thing he couldn't miss was a putback dunk. He laid it in. He tapped it in. He's straight garbage. He's not a good basketball player.
He is a
good basketball.
He is a lesser Rick Mahorn.
Yes, he's the Charles Oakley of this era. If Oakley had
If
Twitter,
Oakley would be on the
Twitter, that's what this.
If
would
I had
be.
a
Oakley would be
choice
on the Golden State Warriors, he would be.
Hey, okay,
their best player.
You got a choice, Kevin. Draymond Green or Kurt Rambis? Who you picking?
That's very close.
I'm going with Rambus.
It depends if I need a point.
I'm going with Rambus because, you could actually like Rambus. You just can't like Draymond Green. Just can't like him. Similar players, though. Just go in there and hit somebody because you're not any good. Just the same thing. Just go in there and take somebody out because you're not really good at basketball.
It's funny, but we sit here and say this, but when they lost Game 3 to go down 2-1, it was all about Draymond. He didn't play good. It wasn't Steph Curry couldn't hit more shots. It wasn't Klay Thompson couldn't hit more shots. It was on account of Draymond didn't play good.
Draymond
now all of a sudden they win yesterday. Draymond did nothing yesterday. Well, you know what? It's all Curry. Everything's Curry. Well, you know what? If Curry had done something in Game 3 or Thompson had done something in Game 3, they wouldn't have been down 2-1 for them to have to even it up last night.
I don't really understand that logic. So
well, I'm
Draymond
just telling
Green
you.
plays bad and gets the blame. He plays
did.
bad again
When they
and nobody
lost,
talks about him.
Yeah,
Well,
when they lost, it was all Draymond.
What are you complaining about?
Well, that's what I'm saying. When they lost, it was
in the game,
Draymond.
Terry said Curry did nothing. He had 31 points.
They said he had. More. They said he had more podcasts.
Draymond too.
They said he had more podcasts than he had
did.
points so
He's
far
got more
in
podcasts in the postseason than points. The postseason, not in this series. The postseason.
He's
had 17 podcasts and 15 points in 4 series. Tom.
He is the biggest fraud in the NBA. This is a joke.
Terry,
it's an absolute joke.
It's a joke.
He
when
hustled.
Jokic had the ball and had a chance to win it, Draymond stole it from him at the end of the game, and Golden State went on to win. Come on, Jokic. If you can't play against Draymond, you need to get off the court. No, because Draymond's defense, and he stole it from Jokic because he had an opportunity to win the game, and Jokic couldn't play.
He got
our
one
player
steal.
of the year.
He had
our
one
player
steal.
Of
He's
the
better
year
than the league
couldn't do
MVP.
nothing.
So he's better
the
than
league
Jokic.
MVP.
Yeah, he is. There you go. You have an opportunity, and you get it stolen from you. Good job, Jokic.
Oh, what a fraud. What a fraud. Whatever.
It's the issue isn't like, let's say if he came off the bench and he wasn't paid $20 million, $16 million a year, he would be a good team player. He's the 8th or 9th man. He shouldn't be starting on an NBA team. The fact he ever made an all-star team is the biggest complete joke I've ever heard in my life. It is a shame to the game of basketball. Terry,
oh my Lord, here we go. Oh God, I don't even want to hear this because Ball made the team.
Okay, so
Draymond he should have never made the team.
You're 100% right about that. Draymond in his career with his 8 points, 7 rebounds a game. Now remember, they got rid of him. I mean, they got rid of Harrison Barnes to keep him. Got rid of Kevin Durant to keep him because they pay him so much money to average 7 rebounds a game. Kurt Rambis averaged 5. Tom, there you go.
We don't want to talk about Durant. Durant left on his own.
I don't. Kurt Rambis didn't start.
No.
Again, no.
I think he started the expansion year.
Draymond's never averaged 10 rebounds a game in his career.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, for the Hornets.
Yeah, you're right, yeah.
Never averaged 10 rebounds a game in his career. Not once. So what is he out there for? Last night, Al Horford's killing him, Terry. You know it. You're a Celtics fan.
I think Rambis hit the game winner when we beat Bulls that year.
But, in his defense, I'll say this, Terry, as far as the Warriors' defense, they ain't got nobody that plays defense. He's got to be out there.
Well, that thing that you showed the other day, he wasn't guarding nobody.
Well, put it this way. If I'm coaching against him and I'm the Celtics, whoever he's guarding, I just stand in the corner. And then you just go at...
Yeah, because he's going to play the middle. He has to. They have nobody in the middle.
I don't...
Looney cannot play the middle, period.
They've got Porter and Wiggins and
Porter
Curry.
cannot play the middle, period. He's a three-point shooter.
They have you have no shot blocking.
There's only one defensive guy on that team that plays, and that's Draymond.
They have no shot blocking threat on their team. So you got Tyler Tatum, you got Horford, Brown takes it to the rack. And Williams is just a big giant dude in there. So it's a weird mismatch. Curry's got to outshoot him.
And Thompson. That's all it is. Poole and all of them have to outshoot the other team.
I think people need to understand.
None of them play D.
I think people need to understand as far as Thompson goes is that you can't expect him. Once he hurt that leg, I said he's not ever going to be the same Klay Thompson. He's just a jump shooter now. He's not. You can't play. What made him and them so good is that he was such a great defender. I mean, he could guard anybody out there on the wing, but now you can't go out there and guard somebody with busted legs like that. And Wiggins last night had 16 boards. 17 points, 16 boards.
But
And
nobody
will
talks
give
about
him
Wiggins.
any credit.
I know, nobody
at all.
gives him no credit.
None.
You're supposed to plus 20 with him.
He was plus 20.
I'll ask you right now, and it's 2-2. Who's your MVP right now? Would it be Curry?
Yes, we mean
Even if
Terry had 43 points
I know,
last
that's what
night.
I'm
Who
saying.
you giving it to?
I'm just saying though. Let's say Golden State don't win it. Is it Curry? Do you give it to a losing guy?
No, probably
Terry.
Brown.
You don't.
No.
Why? Tell me why.
Because he obviously wasn't that valuable.
Because he wasn't as valuable.
Wasn't the
Steve
most
didn't win.
valuable player.
I mean, this is the first time that I would say, why wouldn't he get it? You can't go give it to Tatum. Tatum's like 9 out of 23 last night. He's had a lot of games that he's below. Yeah, he scores a bunch of points. But, guys, I'm going to tell you, if I'm on an NBA team and I'm shooting it every time I touch it, I'm going to score a bunch of points. No matter how many I put up, it's not about that. It's about, did you shoot over 50%? If you go look at Tatum, how many times in these 4 games has he been below 50%?
The MVP comes from the winning team.
Yeah, that's what you say, but are we giving it to the right guy just on account of a guy scores 26, 31, 27, and he shot like 1,000,000 times? Is he better than another guy?
It's not the best player. It's the most valuable.
Well, right now, Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum are both averaging 22.3. So,
and Brown's shooting percentage is way better.
Well, give it to him.
I mean, if you're over 20 points and over 50% and your team wins.
But he never gets credit for what he's doing. There's my deal. And I said that last week when we were in here. Brown's the best shooter on the team. He's better than Tatum. But Tatum gets all the publicity that comes with it. And I like Tatum. I ain't got nothing wrong with him. He's on my team. But when you have to say MVP, give it to the right guy. Don't come up at the end of this series. Now, if he comes up next 3 games and lights it up, then, I mean, a whole different story. But if you'd had to pick right now, I would give it to Curry.
I think if the Celtics win, you should give it to Marcus Smart.
Possibility. He's your floor leader.
Because he gave up 34 points a game to Steph Curry, and that's what they did to Iguodala, and he gave up 35 points a game to LeBron. He gave up 30-some points a game and got the MVP.
Well, there's a difference here.
30-some points a game. So Smart MVP, he gives up 34 a game to Steph Curry.
Okay.
I agree with you. Jaylen Brown should be.
No, see, there's where I think that we got everything backwards. Curry, and now listen to me. Well, if you got Curry in a game, you want him to shoot. That's what he's going to do. He's going to take the most shots on that team.
You want Curry to shoot.
Yeah, he's going to shoot.
On the other team or your team?
No, that's what I'm saying. He's on.
Just ask questions. No, I'm asking you if you're playing defense or offense, Terry. Are you a Warrior or the Celtics?
If he is their shooter, he's going to shoot 30 times a game, no matter what. No matter who you got out there, Curry's going to shoot 30 times a game. Okay. If I'm shooting 30 times a game, I should be the leading scorer every game. Period.
Okay.
Well, I'm just saying.
So what's your point?
Well, that's what I'm saying. But if I'm 9 out of 30,
so Curry shouldn't
30
be MVP?
points. No, I'm just saying, though. I'm just saying, yeah, he would be your MVP right now. He is your MVP. I'm with that. Because nobody else on that team is doing anything. And they always want to blame Draymond. No, it's not Draymond. Klay Thompson, how about stepping up and being a scorer? That you are not now. How about Poole? Where did you get to, buddy?
Okay.
You have been totally lost.
So Terry, at what point do you say that Draymond plays bad? Because if his career average is 8, 7, and 5, and he's averaging in these finals, let's see, 4, 7, and 5. So he's 4 points. He's getting his other things, but he's 4 points off the game.
It's bad when you are asking an individual,
a starter making $16 million.
Okay, that's fine. I ain't got nothing wrong with what you're saying. I'm just saying he's a starter, but he has to play the middle because they have nobody else who's going to play defense of stopping anybody from coming to the hole.
I saw Nemanja Bjelica steal the ball and go to the rack last night and get an and one. True or false?
Oh, Lordy.
You do realize that Green was actually pulled from this game and then got mad about it. They
Did
put
he
him
get mad
back
about it?
in.
I didn't. Did he?
Here's his stat line.
I didn't know if he actually got mad
was
about it.
1 for 7 with 2 points. Did have 9 rebounds, 8 assists. Of course, if you throw the ball to Steph Curry, you get an assist. So let's put an asterisk by that.
Yeah, because
And
he's
he
going to
did
shoot.
have
He's going to
4
shoot.
steals
You're all
in
right. He's going to shoot.
32 minutes. Wow. That's called your 7th or 8th man.
Hey, it's bad.
Those are that.
Organizational.
Well, no, you
Why you didn't
got
even wise one
exactly
out there.
like I'm trying to say, Tom. If you throw it to Curry, what's he going to do? Shoot it.
Yeah, but that's how
Okay.
he gets his assist. I'm saying his
what's
assists are
Tatum going to
misleading.
do? Tatum's the same way. If you throw it to Tatum, what's he going to do? Shoot it.
It's just misleading.
I mean, that's what happens.
Well,
I'm taking him over Barkley any day of the week.
Yeah.
it's just the pedestal they put him on. If
Yeah.
you just say, "Hey, look,
This is what he is."
right," he's.
But and Tom, Terry, it's not just you; it's everybody. That's any kid that you had asked that question. Hey, would you rather have Draymond or would you have Charles Barkley? You know, every one of them's going to say they'd rather have Draymond.
And
I
the kids
roll over
these
and
days.
fall over.
It's a-
and
Well, I'm
bump
not
my-
saying
No,
that.
I know
The
you
only
wouldn't say
thing-
that.
I'm
I'm just saying that
sitting
most
here
of the kids
saying
do it. My mind.
that the Golden State is asking him to do everything that Curry, Thompson, Poole, Wiggins, all of them cannot do, and that's play defense. Period.
Or kick somebody in the groin.
Well, I'm just saying that's what you're asking him to do. You're asking him to play the middle to protect the rim, but yet when his guy's getting open on a corner, he's got to be able to get out to him. You know, you're asking a lot out of an individual that should not be his job. Let me go play Horford man to man. Horford's not going to be open in corners to shoot threes because I'm going to be all over him. And I'm a Boston man. I understand that, but you're asking him to do a lot. You're asking him to stay in that middle in case somebody attacks to stop him.
Well, Terry, we do got a phone caller on the line. Thomas, is on the line. I think he had a question or two about this game. Maybe
Oh,
Terry
Lordy.
can enlighten the folks.
Thomas, I am glad you're here, buddy. Don't throw me under a bus, buddy. You there? Uh-oh.
We hear him somewhere.
We hear him somewhere,
but not in our ears. JP, I don't know if you put the audition in the telephone there, but I'll run in there and hit a button. See what happens. Go ahead.
Can you hear me better now?
Yeah, we got you, Thomas.
Now we can hear you.
What's going on, party people?
We're just trying to convince Terry that Draymond Green is an 8th man, but he thinks he's an NBA All-Star. It's very frustrating.
So listen, I love you all, but I listen. I got to side with Terry on this one, which is really unusual. But I mean, I look at Draymond. I don't think they necessarily look at him as the leader, but I do think that.
Oh no, we lost.
Remembering this because I am old and forget a lot of stuff, but he's like the energy of the team. He's just hyper and he's everywhere, and he dictates. He kind of does.
They put him in a skirt.
Like
use some pom poms.
Kind of does like, hey, say be here, you be there. I mean, he's like a director. I don't know that he's a leader, but he is the energy. When I think of Draymond, honestly, I think of the Worm, but not kind of like obviously not on the same rebounding level, but he has a role. But he's, like, did the Bulls win all those championships without Dennis Rodman? I don't know. But, I mean, he disrupts so much for the other team, and maybe not as offensively productive as we would like him to be. But, I mean, hell, I love Steph. So, anything he can do to help Steph, I'm down. But, no, so I won't throw you under the bus, Terry. I'm kind of pulling for you here.
Well, I appreciate you, Thomas.
Yeah, and I think what else shows that he's not the team leader is he's pulled in the fourth quarter. You're not going to pull. Michael Jordan ever get pulled in the fourth quarter?
Well,
LeBron James get pulled in the fourth quarter.
But,
Jimmy Butler's he getting pulled in the fourth quarter?
Thomas,
Guess who does
wait
get
a
pulled in the
minute.
fourth
Now,
quarter?
Thomas, now
Draymond
remember,
Green.
think of it, Thomas. When you was talking about the Worm, who wanted the Worm? Michael Jordan said, "I gotta have
Jordan,
him."
absolutely. But you're right. Even the broadcasters last night, Tom, were like, Steve Kerr shows a lot of guts taking him out of this game because it just was a matchup issue. He was getting beat. I mean, you know what I mean?
Precisely.
So they're like,
The reason they were saying it takes a lot of guts is because he's got to listen to Draymond's mouth after the game. It ain't got nothing to do with how he plays.
Yeah, if
has
Draymond,
nothing to do with his
Draymond
play.
got
Hey,
Kevin
so
Durant
true.
We don't want to hurt
traded.
his feelings. That's the only reason he's been on this team the last 3 years, because they don't want to hurt his poor little feelings. If he was on the Charlotte Hornets, we would have never heard about him the last 10 years. Never heard of Draymond Green if he was a Charlotte Hornet.
He got Kevin
Never.
Durant gone. He can get Steve
Never.
Kerr gone. So
Cody Zeller's got better stats than
oh,
Draymond.
Lord.
Cody Zeller, put him in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, Kevin Durant made a good choice. Good job, Kevin. You've won nothing
What's he
since
won?
you left.
How,
Nothing, thank you.
how has Draymond? How many have they won?
Hey, so listen. So, Tom, congrats on Teacher of the Year, man.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I appreciate that a lot.
I saw Dan a couple times this week, and Carrie, and I'm trying to get him to kidnap you and bring you to see me so I can show you that gladiator in person that I sent you a picture of.
I tell you, I like that's a sharp ride. That is. Most of my vehicles are about 20 years old. I got too much of my dad in me, I guess. Danny's the one that likes the newer stuff.
He's got that Eclipse he's had for 20 years.
Yeah, he does have that. Yeah, he just put a new seat in it, but he and Carrie love their products that they bought from you. So I can't say enough about their satisfaction with the product. So yeah, he's always very happy driving his. I think Danny got the Cherokee and she got the Durango.
Yeah, she's looking at a new Grand Cherokee L now, so she might be in it come Monday.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Danny said. Yeah, that's what happens, Thomas. When you go see those shiny new cars, you're going to go home with something.
He said you need to trade like 5 of you got or something. I don't know.
Yeah, but you
bring them all in.
You probably wouldn't want any of mine because all mine are salvage vehicles, Thomas. So I don't think you'd want any of mine. But when I get ready, I told my wife, I said, when I get ready to buy something, because she really likes that Gladiator too, I said, I'm going to go up to Friendship and get me a Gladiator when I retire.
We trade for anything we ain't got to feed, bro.
Okay. I won't bring you a horse then. I won't bring you a horse.
I mean, I've traded for a lawnmower and.
Wow. Bring in my riding lawnmower.
Yeah,
Bobby Boucher.
I traded. I did. Bobby Boucher. I'm saying, water boy.
Yeah, that's right. Just trade in my lawnmower on this Mojave. But yeah, it's a sharp-looking vehicle, Thomas. If I get me one, I'm gonna come see you.
I hope so, man. I'd love to meet you. Hey, Kevin, I finally talked my boss into doing a remote, so we'll have your dad and a sack of city lunch hot dogs on the 25th.
Oh, awesome! Great. Rutherford County.
Oh, I've been begging for 3 years.
Well, good. That'll be great. You guys will have a good time up there.
I can't wait, man. I love you.
That'll be on the 27th, won't it? Be on the 27th of June. What's 25th? Okay, 25th of June.
Yeah, 25th. Okay. Saturday the 25th.
So go out and see Thomas, and you get a little taste of Lincolnton in Rutherford County.
Most definitely. And I asked her dad, I was like, hey, the sports talk program's going to be playing? That was cool. But I think it's from like 10 to 2, so you guys will already be done.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Terry gets more expensive the longer the day goes on.
Oh, boy. Poor Terry.
Just trying to help him out.
Yeah, we like to give him a hard time. It's fun. It's not real challenging, but it's fun.
Well, you guys have a good day, man. I appreciate the conversation.
All right,
Thank you.
Thanks for calling.
Have a great day.
So I wanted to do some.
People always got to say. There you go. One caller. He's on my side. That's all I got to say.
He was sort of on your side.
Oh, he's on my side. He understands
we
the
don't
deal.
even know. Terry,
hey,
know
it's the fourth quarter. It's a close game. Let's pull the team leader because he's getting burnt every time.
Well, so no, everybody tries to. Well, he kind of swept the rebounding thing under the rug with Dennis Rodman, but that's a huge part, isn't it, Zach? Like it's 18 a game to 7 a game.
Yeah,
like it's double, and that's my issue with Draymond. Well, Draymond, if you're defending all the guys in the paint, why aren't you getting more than 6 rebounds a game? You've getting no rebounds. You're standing in the paint.
Why?
Getting no rebounds.
No.
Who's getting
I don't
rebounds
even
for
want to
Golden
hear
State?
that.
What are you talking about?
I don't even want to hear that.
Well, Dennis Rodman
because whoever's playing Curry, even if it is smart, Curry's beating them. He's having to come off to go get him to stop him from even driving any further. So then when the shot goes up, he's away from the basket.
He don't have to go.
I mean, no. Then what you do? Let him pull up jumper.
Somebody can play some
Stephon.
defense.
I mean, Thompson. Same
Marcus,
way.
Make the defensive player of the year.
Well, I'm
you're
just
talking
saying.
about we're talking. Well, as far as Terry, let me ask you something.
I mean, it's basketball. Somebody got to stop him. You stop the ball.
If you
first.
put Rodman in today's, if they switched places and Rodman was on the Warriors right now, he would get more than 6 rebounds against him.
Yeah, because Rodman would never come out to stop nobody. Because why? Why? Because Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen, and all of them knew how to play defense.
Well, I'll give you a little
Their
credit on
guy
that,
never
but-
got around them.
Well, maybe the coach should put another big person.
In other words, basically what I'm saying is Curry, Thompson, Poole, and all of them are ready to go. So when the guy beats them, there's only Green there to stop him. And he's having to pop out from the middle to stop whoever's taking the shot. And once he does that, he's away from the basket. He's not going to get that many rebounds because he cannot. It's easy to figure out. This is basketball.
When's he going to retire? That'd be nice if he just retired. Put him on that show with Barkley and Shaq. Hey, I think he's better suited for that.
So,
and what they always tell you in basketball, what do? I don't care what you're doing. Stop the ball. You don't fall back and say, here, man, take a wide open three.
So Kevin Looney in 13. I mean, this is when I look at it. I'll look at this and say, so Kevin Looney in 13 less minutes a game than Draymond gets twice as many points, 1 more rebound, 2 less assists because he don't sit at the top of the key and just pass it to Curry and Thompson. This field goal percentage in this series is 72%, and Draymond's is 23%. Why would Looney not get more minutes as opposed to Draymond?
Looney never leaves the middle.
That's what you need, apparently.
He never leaves the middle. He's not going to stop the other team. He does not stop Thompson. Not Thompson, but Brown. He doesn't stop Tatum. He doesn't stop whoever comes in there because he never leaves underneath the basket.
What do you mean he don't stop?
I mean, he don't do anything on defense, period, except stay under there and grab a rebound. And then when he's on offense, where does he go? In the middle and never leaves.
Well, Zach, I'm looking at the 92-93 Bulls. People forget, Jordan won championships before Dennis Rodman ever played for his team.
Jordan also wanted him, though. He wanted him. It's even in the documentary. He wanted the worm.
Right, Terry. You want somebody that can get 15 rebounds a game when you miss. Have you ever played with somebody who shoots a lot?
Yes, I have.
When I play basketball, I want the other 4 guys that can't shoot. Because I want to shoot and let them go get the rebounds. Dustin Day, I swear, the funniest thing I've ever heard is Brandon Helton walking down the court, telling him to pass the ball and step to the offense. Dustin said, if you want the ball, go get my rebound. That was his response. That's what a shooter will say. If you want the ball, go get my rebound. And here, listen to this, Zach. Bill Cartwright, 93 finals. 5 points a game, 4 rebounds. Draymond Green in range. Scott Williams, 5.9 points a game, 6 rebounds a game. They played 19 minutes a game, Tom, not 35 minutes a game. Combined in that spot, the Draymond Green spot, they averaged 11 and 10 rebounds. Bill Cartwright and Scott Williams.
It means nothing.
But here's what we're saying. Here's what we're saying. Bill Cartwright and Scott Williams are down here. People have Draymond as an all-star level, and he should be somewhere down right above Scott Williams and Bill Cartwright. He should be in the Anthony Mason area. He should be in the. He's not even. He can't sniff Dennis Rodman's crotch, in my opinion, on that. Like that dude, 18, 15 rebounds a game, not even close. Because that's what Terry. It's not just this series.
Okay, here's what I'm going to ask y'all, and y'all all 3 stand here. Then why does Draymond have to play the middle?
Because his coach don't put a center in there.
Period.
They put Will Purdue.
That's all I'm going to ask
Terry,
you.
Will Purdue averaged 4 points a game in that season. Will Purdue.
No, listen to me. If I'm guarding Horford, why can't I go out there and guard him man to man? And you never had to worry about him spotting up for threes.
I don't know. Why can't you?
Because there's your deal. Kerr, the whole team wants him to play the middle because none of them can play defense. So if they get by my guy, he's coming straight in for a layup because nobody's under there to stop him. Looney can't stop nobody. So all of a sudden, Green's having to play the middle, cannot spot up with his guy who's playing defense on because I can't go out there. because nobody else will stop whoever gets by their guy. Why? Because Curry, Thompson, Poole, Wiggins, none of them play defense. They want to run.
I get it. Kevin Looney is not as
It's
good.
simple.
Is not as good as Will Purdue.
It's
It happens, and Draymond don't have as much help as Rodman had with
Now,
Will
all
Will
of a
Purdue in
sudden,
there.
Horford gets open in a corner. I've got to go from the middle all the way out to get to him. I cannot get there. There's no way that can happen. And he pops up and hits a three.
That's all right.
It's simple basketball, y'all. Simple.
I mean, we get it. He's just not good at basketball.
No, Kerr's not a good coach. Kerr is only good because of the guys that's out there on that court. Because if Kerr needs to, because he's not stopped Boston. Boston's 2-2. You know, and that's another reason that I want Boston to win, because Kerr is not that great of a coach. It's these players that are out there that's made him good.
I agree with you on the Kerr thing. He has,
Same thing with Nash. He had everything he wanted to at Brooklyn. Nash is not a good coach.
The Kerr thing is, you know, again, he chose Draymond Green over Harrison Barnes and Kevin Durant. That's part of coaching.
Yeah. Durant, he made his move and got nothing.
Terry.
And he's now wishing he was back. That's all you can say about him, because he's got nothing at Brooklyn. He'll not have nothing as long as he stays at Brooklyn.
If they traded Draymond for Kevin Durant, Warriors would have already swept y'all.
No.
Mm-hmm.
No, because there's another guy on the team.
That's how much better Kerry is.
There's another guy on the
Irving.
team who's not going to go rebound. And he's, 6'11"?
Not.
And I cannot go rebound.
He gets the same number of rebounds as Draymond does. And Draymond's supposed to be the
just
defender.
telling you.
What are you telling me, Terry?
It's simple basketball, y'all.
We'll take a break. We'll come back. We got baseball. We got football. And more on KTCBroadcasting.com. That's a long note, Jay.
Keep cool this summer with one phone call to Shelby Heating and Air, your family-owned and operated heating and air company. And right now, ask for the exclusive Shelby Heating and Air Summer Special with discounts of up to $750 on quality heating and cooling systems. Again, up to $750 in discounts now. Cool cash savings is yours from Shelby Heating and Air, 1990 Eves Road in Shelby. Online at shelbyheating.com. See the page at whatsupshopper.com and like them on Facebook too.
For over 30 years, Cleveland County and others have turned to SNR Auto Sales for their vehicle needs, and you've continued to come to SNR Auto Sales ever since. Thank you to our loyal customers for trusting us. Whether you needed a truck or a car, SNR Auto Sales was there to serve you. June will mark our 30-year anniversary of SNR Auto Sales, offering top-quality vehicles to the area. Whether you're a loyal customer or a first-time buyer, come see us as we celebrate 30 years in the car business. Located at 417 South Post Road, Shelby.
It's time to play at the Green Meadows Golf Course on Kelly Road in Mount Holly. Play and ride Monday through Friday for $25. Weekends just $30. Seniors ride and play Monday through Friday for $20. And every Wednesday is Ladies' Day. Ladies play and ride for just $15. So make your tee time now by calling the Green Meadows Golf Course, 704-827-9264. Green Meadows Golf Course, 957 Kelly Road in Mount Holly.
If you're looking into making home improvements this summer, contact Carolina Federal Credit Union in Cherryville about a home equity line of credit. Rates start as low as 4.00% APR. Contact Carolina Federal Credit Union today to apply. Online at carolinafcu.org. Located at 1200 East Church Street in Cherryville. APR means annual percentage rate, federally insured by NCUA. Hey America, it's auction time. Have you checked out the largest real estate auction in Lincoln County history? Well, if not, it's time to get your rear in gear. Call your banker, call your broker, call your mama, because it's going on right now. 32 properties up for bid in Gaston, Lincoln, and Catawba counties. Rentals, investments, fixer-uppers, and building lots. Just visit the online bidding platform, get registered, view all terms and conditions, and bid your price now. Hurry, auction in soon. For more information, go to redsuitrealty.com, NCAL 8664. Auctioneer Robert Gates. For more information, call 704-472-7598.
Sold American.
Hit it out of the park with a gift from Arnold's Jewelry and Gift Gallery from their large selection of Citizen Echo Drive watches. Always popular and never needs a battery. Having a wedding anniversary soon? Choose an anniversary band in yellow or white gold, or browse the gift gallery. They have something great for everyone, and gift wrapping is free. Arnold's Jewelry and Gift Gallery, 228 South Washington Street in Shelby. Open Monday through Friday, 9 to 5:30, Saturday, 9 to 3. Check them out on Facebook or call 704-487-4521.
And we're back on Saturday Morning Sports Talk with Kevin and the gang. They're talking, I think.
I want to remind our listeners that Shelby Heating and Air is bringing you Saturday morning sports talk. Give them a call, 704-487-7877. Check them out online, shelbyheating.com. As we said earlier, 98 degrees, might hit triple digits next week. Might want to get your system checked.
Yeah.
Yep. Heat index is over 100.
Calling your neighbors, your family.
704-487-7877. They can help you select the new system, repair your existing system, help you with your energy bills. Lots of stuff they can do for you. So give them a call, 704-487-7877. That's Shelby Heating and Air.
Well, we didn't get to it in the last segment, but I'll just quickly mention it. Hornets did hire. We'll have plenty of time to talk about them going forward. Did hire a new coach. Used to be Nets coach. Was awful at that, and he's now the Warriors assistant and gets credit for that. Basically, Jordan is a cheapo, and as far as hiring coaches, and we're destined to be the 10 seed, and that's all I'm going to say about that. Tom, I said it last year. The year before is the most easiest thing to predict. We have the 13th and 14th picks. Guarantee one of them will be somebody that can't dribble, that I can beat in horse. They do it every year. So I'm not done with them, but we're getting about to be part of the Cleveland Guardians team. Speaking of baseball, Terry, I got a quick question. Tom, in school, how do you punish kids today? You can't make them run and do push-ups and things like that. How do you motivate kids? I've got one or two. I got one on my team that doesn't listen at all. I'll be like, "Are you gonna be good today?" He'll say no. Are you gonna listen today? He'll say no. What are you gonna play? Third base. Okay, you gonna play third base? No. What are you gonna play today? You gonna play shortstop? No.
That sounds like, son, I'll call your mama.
We
go home.
I had to end the practice the other day with him holding the foul pole.
He's all-star?
Yes.
Awesome.
Wow.
He's an athlete. He can jump put it this way. If a ball one hops the center field fence, Terry, he can one hop it too in a single bound. But yeah, he's a good kid, but he's not like a back. You don't go and be like, "Hey, I don't want to talk to you." He's just nice as can be. He just ain't gonna listen to the thing. So that's the little bit of fun I've been having with that. Tom, I do got one thing I needed to pull up for you. As far as youth sports, I'll find it here in just a second. Here
Charlotte.
It is. And I had to protect the innocent, Tom. One of my friends' local teams is called the Guardians. So I just wanted to pull this up for you and show that it's already spread to North Carolina. I'm used Chief Wahoo to protect the innocent.
The Guardians. Whatever.
Even the youth teams are naming them. 29 other teams, and they're the Guardians. I wonder if the guy's from Cleveland, the coach or something. It's got to be, right?
He must be
what's the deal? Well, who would name their kids' team the Guardians right now in North Carolina?
Well, they're in second place in their division.
They are.
Well, going back to the basketball hire and coach, I just looked it up. The Charlotte Hornets is second longest playoff drought at 6 seasons. Mm-hmm. Do you know the Kings have missed the playoffs for 16 consecutive seasons? 16.
Wow. Sounds about right.
Since the Kings were in the playoffs.
Last time I remember them being any good, I think they had Bibby?
That's just hard to wrap your mind around. Mm-hmm. Basketball. You figure you get enough lottery picks, you're eventually going to at least get the 8 seed, right, Terry?
Well, you should.
Unless you're like the Hornets, you can't pick nobody.
Now, 8, 9, 10, and 11, what is it? 10 teams make it. So 7, 8, 9, 10 aren't considered playoff teams anymore till you win. You got to win the play-in games,
mm-hmm.
or you're not. It's not considered a playoff season. Okay,
right. It's play in.
So you got to make the top 6. Now, but in years past, until recently it was 8 seed. So the Kings, despite all their lottery picks and everything, couldn't make the 8th seed all those years.
Well, I listen to Hornets fans tell me all year and before a year how great this was going to be and awesome it's going to be. And I told them all they're all wrong. And I've not heard a peep out of them, Terry, for 3 months. The people that used to tweet on me, Tom, ain't got a tweet since the end of the season. Nothing. And then now here comes the draft. We got our draft picks, and all of a sudden we got a new coach, and here they come. The Twitter started back up. Oh, LaMelo's got a new coach. We're gonna be fired up. We're gonna win some more games, Terry. 10 seed, write them down. All right, I'm going to baseball. Them idiots can waste too much of my time. We got the first place Cardinals in the house now.
Yep. Woo! Yeah, and the second place Indians.
No.
Who's the Indians?
It's misinformation. They're having a panel about that somewhere in the government.
Fact checked on that.
In the government. We need fact checks on that. We're going to get flagged for that one, Tom.
Probably.
Way to go. Well, the last graphics probably wouldn't help either. The Yankees are in.
So if we changed it to the U.S. Bureau of Guardian Affairs,
almost.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have not. It's weird haven't they done that yet. Yankees in first, Blue Jays, second, Rays, and Red Sox all with winning records. They're 4, 5, 6, 7 of the 15 teams with winning records in the American League after the ESPN's beloved Angels just tanked for 2 straight weeks. What was that, 14 straight losses?
Yeah, then you get rid of your coach. You've been next to last and last for the last few years, and I don't know. I ain't gonna say nothing about him. That's just totally wrong. Give the guy a chance. He's got to turn around a whole program that's finished down at the bottom year after year after year after year, and y'all gave him like 2 years. Come on, get real.
They're in second place. Speaking of managers with these old guys, Tom, in the new baseball, did you see the Tony La Russa dust up or mess from the other night? He walked a guy with
it was a 1 and 2 count.
On a 1 and 2 count with a runner on second, and the next guy hit it out for a 3-run homer. So people in Chicago are mad and upset and hate Tony La Russa now because, baseball is not, from the kids league to adults now, there's nothing enjoyable about it. Like, how do you tell somebody, hey, let's go watch a baseball, unless you just don't care about anything going on in the game, you just want to go sit in the sun and have fun and drink a hot dog and a beer. Like, what's fun about it? Like, everybody's just yelling at each other. Everybody's mad. Everybody's fussing. And then you coach. Everybody hates the coach now. We got 162 games. Like Terry just said, we fired the coach who's got them in second place, and they've been in last pretty much everything. So there's almost no fun to it. So in the National League, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 teams now above 500. What was it? Last week we counted there was only 13 of the 30 teams above 500 in baseball.
I told you the Braves had to get hot, and it looks like they finally did.
They did. A 9-game, 7, 8, 9 out of 10 game streak can get you right back kind of in it, depending on where you are.
They had
second now and over 500.
With the way the Mets have played this year, they had to have a little bit of a surge.
We got swept by the Rays this week. That wasn't fun, but then we turned around, and now that we're playing the Reds and Pirates of our divisions, we're stomping them in the ground. So we've taken the lead over the Brewers. Don't know how long that'll last. In the West, Dodgers, 638 winning percentage, second behind the Mets. Then in the National League, but first in the West, Padres and Giants. Terry, you got to pick a World Series day. Who you got?
Picking a World Series.
World Series.
Yankees and Dodgers.
Yankees and Dodgers. Terry will go with the ESPN Bowl. Tommy.
I was going to go the same thing, man. Yankees have 46 and 16 or something crazy this year.
Astros 36 and 22.
I'm not picking the Astros. Forget the Astros. No way.
Zach?
Let's go with the Mets and the Yankees. That would be interesting.
Padres
Subway Series like back in 2000.
Yep.
Padres only one game out of that West spot, guys. Keep an eye on them. Them Dodgers got all that money. It could go away in just one game, and then they're in the playoff. They're in the playoff versus the Braves. What if we had that? Ain't that what they played the NLCS last year?
Mm-hmm. They played last couple years against the Dodgers. Dodgers knocked them out 2 years ago. No, Dodgers knocked them out, or the Cardinals knocked them out 2 years ago.
I would like to see, if I was a Cardinals fan and we was going to play one of these teams, I would love to see the Blue Jays. That would be fun. The Astros would be a heated series between those two organizations hating each other. Tommy, our 2 games over 500 now, 8-2, just like the Braves.
Well, as long as we can play like Oakland, we can play Texas.
It helps
we
out.
Can play Baltimore.
Well, Oakland's only 0 for the last 10.
Who's that?
Oakland.
Oakland's terrible. But,
Yeah, beat the Royals.
Play the Royals,
Yeah, last place team.
I mean, when you're in a weak division, I mean, anything can
You're
happen
not the
in
worst
division.
in baseball.
That division.
Oh, yeah.
We're
the worst in baseball.
I want to say our division leader. Our
We're the
division
worst.
leader would be like 4th place in the East. So I mean,
Think so?
Oh yeah, I'm looking at the record.
Oh, as far as records go. Well, as the Twins, they're first in the Central. Terry, the Oakland A's with their 10-game losing streak are now the worst team in baseball. The Reds are right above them, and then you guys. So you guys are 21.5 games out of the best record in baseball. The Reds are 22 games out, and the Oakland A's 23 games out of the best record in baseball. 20.
Okay. And Reds won how many?
20.
And Oakland's won?
20.
Okay, we're the worst team in baseball.
No, but they have more losses than y'all.
Well.
They got more losses than y'all. Y'all got 20 wins. Y'all got more losses.
Cleveland is leading the league in rainouts.
In rainouts?
Mm-hmm. That's why. Look at they're about 4 or 5 games short. They got to play 5.
Where do you find that stat? Did you type that in, or is that like?
No, I like.
Is that listed next to war?
Read stuff, Kevin. You ought to try it. It's
right next to war, isn't it? That's how you're teaching the year, Tom.
Paper.
Yeah,
it's in the paper.
He's always accusing us of we never read anything, but
you don't read the interweb.
The interweb, but it's they lead the league in rainouts, and that's why there was a story on how Cleveland bars and restaurants downtown their sales are lagging behind because it rains and then people don't come and eat and go to the game. So that's why their attendance is down as well, because they've not had good weather. So hopefully that turns around. They got to play 5 with the Twins coming up, a 5-game series. They got to play 1-1, 2-1. That's a lot of games.
So
5 games in 4. That's like travel ball.
So 10 of the top 10 teams in baseball, of top 10 scoring baseball, all have winning records. So the scoring is the key.
Hitting is better than pitching now. Hitting's more important.
Guardians are 5th in baseball in pitching.
Our part-time employee's getting ready to leave, Kevin.
Tom, where was you last week?
I had some.
Me and Zach, what did we do last week? We sat here and read scripture together.
Tom was getting Teacher of the Year awards.
See you, Terry.
All right, well, we'll go to break now. The Braves again, 32-27 this week. Zach, you guys got Pittsburgh. It's fun playing them, isn't it?
Yeah.
They're not. We've been playing them for years. I always wish Pittsburgh would get good, but here we are in baseball. Next up on the Braves schedule, the Nationals and the Cubs.
Horrible.
Which is
the Nationals are horrible.
You
Cubs,
guys could have another 8-game winning streak.
And but look on the back end of that.
San Francisco and LA.
That's tough.
That could be a 7-game losing streak.
I mean, or at least 500.
Mm-hmm. St. Louis, they'll play the Cardinals in a 4-game stretch, July 4th week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday,
Atlanta,
Thursday of that week.
You ought to get down there and watch one of those, Kevin.
They're all up in.
That's a travel week, Tom. Gas prices.
Yeah.
Might do it virtually through the meta world. We'll be back in a minute. JP, KTCBroadcasting.com.
Family owned and operated, proudly serving Shelby and the surrounding area with the finest in heating and cooling for your home or business. We're talking about Shelby Heating and Air, and right now they have an exclusive spring special on Carrier, Goodman, and Mitsubishi systems. Get exclusive Shelby Heated and Air discounts of up to $750. Yes, discounts on quality heating and cooling systems of up to $750. Online at ShelbyHeating.com, see their page at WhatsUpShopper.com, and like them on Facebook too. Located at 1990 Eves Road in Shelby. KTC Broadcasting welcomes a brand new advertiser. It's the Highway 29 Grill on Highway 29 south of Kings Mountain. You'll love it, guaranteed. And mention this radio ad and take 10% off your total bill. Great home cooking with great daily specials. And listen to this, seniors. You can enjoy the senior menu pricing all day long. They're open Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. till 7 p.m. To-go orders are available by calling 704-937-3105. Again, mention this radio ad and take 10% off your total bill. At the Highway 29 Grill, 1842 South Battle Ground Avenue, Highway 29 south of Kings Mountain. Like them on Facebook too. Hey, just look for the Lighthouse.
It's back again, the annual Cherry Bounce Festival this weekend in Forest City, and it's free in the Forest City Pavilion on Park Square. Gates open Friday night at 6:30 with music 7:30 by Balsam Ridge. Saturday at 10 a.m. it's Retro 78, followed at noon by AGS Pass. At 2 p.m. it's Wiregrass, and at 4 p.m. the Chatham Rabbits. There will be art vendors, food trucks, axe throwing, and South Mountain moonshine tasting. All followed with a baseball game at 7:30 at McNair Field with the Forest City Owls. Don't miss it, the Cherry Bounce Festival this weekend in Forest City.
If you've been thinking about metal roofing for your home or business, then now is the time to see Acre Enterprises in Cherryville. Acre Enterprises will beat anybody's quote on metal roofing. And right now, 12x3 metal sheeting in black, white, red, and green, just $30 a sheet. They will not be undersold. They carry a full line of carports and metal buildings too. Low overhead means lower prices to you. That's Acre Enterprises, 1220 Shelby Road, Highway 150 West in Cherryville, right across from the food line. Online at acrecarports.com. Red hot summer saving deals are waiting for you at Classic Volkswagen in Gastonia. Now get 2.99% APR financing for 60 months on certified pre-owned Volkswagen Tiguans and Jettas. Also 0% financing for 36 months on the remaining 2021 Volkswagen Jettas. And walk in, mention this ad upon arrival, and take $1,500 off the new 2022 Volkswagen Cross Sports and Volkswagen Atlases at Classic Volkswagen of Gastonia, 4417 Wilkinson Boulevard. Online at classicvwgastonia.com. Are you worried about getting a sunburn during your upcoming vacation? Well, don't worry. Be happy. See your local hometown pharmacy. They're your happy pharmacy. Medical Center Pharmacy in Cherryville and the Fallston Pharmacy in Fallston. Come in now before you head out and get your sunscreen and suntan products. They've just received a new big shipment. So don't worry. Be happy. See your happy pharmacy. Medical Center Pharmacy, 607 East Academy Street in Cherryville, and the Fallston Pharmacy, Highway 18 North in Fallston.
And we're back on Saturday Morning Sports Talk with Kevin and the gang.
Welcome back to Saturday Morning Sports Talk, sponsored by Shelby Heating and Air. Family owned and operated. Give them a call, 704-487-7877. They've been in business since 1977, so you know they're good people. If you need a new system, you need maintenance, just need a check and wash for your system, give them a call, 704-487-7877. Once again, that's Shelby Heating and Air. Check them out online, shelbyheating.com. Kevin.
All right, so this is a weird hot button topic to kind of get into. The LIV Tour, golf tour, has poached some golfers.
Yeah, they all got suspended.
Well, so the PGA and the USGA are two different separate entities. So that's one thing that people may get mixed up on some of that. So you may be suspended from one, but still play in other events. Mm-hmm. So the Mickelson is leading this charge. Bryson DeChambeau has now joined it.
Another big guy before DeChambeau. I can't remember who he was.
I've got the leaderboard here, and I just exit off of it.
Why would you want to take money from Saudi Arabia?
Well, our president will be there next week, Tom. You want to ask him?
Yeah, that's.
I mean, it's the same. Yeah,
I agree.
Why do you want to do it? I mean,
I saw that, and I didn't think it was a good thing.
Everything in this world, Tom and Zach, has a price.
I mean, that's why
everybody
can
has
be bought.
A price.
Yep.
That's why WWE goes over there and does a wrestling event every year, and the people have a fit about it. And most of the time, they have to leave our women wrestlers here.
Right. So Charles Schwartzel was leading. Dustin Johnson is in the field. He's in fifth. Oosthuizen, Sergio Garcia, Ian Poulter, Kevin Na, Phil Mickelson, Martin Keimer, Lee Westwood, couple of foreign players that Graham McDowell's in there as well. Some of the ones that I know. So for some people, folks don't know, there's more than one professional golf tour in the world. They got the European Tour, the Asian Tour, and so basically what this ends up being, Tom, is more the winner of this event will receive $4 million.
And they only do 3 rounds too. Like they don't play 4 days. They play 3. I did notice that about this one.
I wonder if the golfers like that more.
Yes.
I thought
play
that
less, get paid more.
Yeah.
I thought that was a big draw.
I mean, at one point, at some point, like, so if you're not playing one of the 4 majors, would you rather be getting paid more for playing less? That's what these guys are doing.
That's less travel. That's less day away from home. Everything.
So where are the golf tournaments? Where are they being held?
Let's see where this one was. I didn't.
They're not held in Saudi Arabia.
No. They're all over from what I can tell.
London today.
Mm-hmm. There's some in the United States, from what I understand.
So, I don't know exactly. What I don't understand. Like Phil Mickelson is about retiring age. Like I just don't understand why people or golf fans get upset so much. Like I've never turned on a golf event, and the only person I know anybody's ever turned on a golf event for is to watch one person was Tiger. I've never heard a single other person be like, I can't wait to watch Dustin Johnson this weekend.
And maybe to a smaller degree, maybe John Daly. Some people did like him.
I'll say that. But that's a long
time ago.
Same thing. A little bit of Greg Norman, I guess, too, and then Tom, the Jack Nicklaus folks, so obviously. But none of my lifetime, none of my friends have ever said, I'm going to turn on and watch. Nobody's ever said, I'm not going to do something this afternoon so I can watch Phil Mickelson play golf.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not going to mow the grass today, or I'm not going to play golf myself. But some people might do that for Tiger. So these guys making their money and playing golf other places, whatever. The problem is you shouldn't idolize these sports athletes, probably, right, Zach? Mm-hmm. When these people, Phil's not playing in the PGA, what are we going to do? Watch the same golf tournament. He's probably not going to win. I don't know. I don't get it. So we'll see how it goes. It's just competition for the PGA, I guess. And they obviously are not fans of that at all, Tommy.
Yeah, well, that tends to be the case.
Not fans of competition.
People who don't have competition don't welcome it.
America does a good job of allowing whoever makes a lot of money at first destroy their competition as far as through regulations and patents and other things.
Everybody likes
that.
capitalism until it doesn't work for them.
Right. Disney's sitting on 25-year-old patents on Mickey Mouse. And have you seen the have you know anything about like the copyright laws on those, or how Disney's position on that, or other positions? So basically, after I'm going to get the years wrong. So basically, after 50 years, the copyrights are over. I can draw a Mickey Mouse cartoon and sell it. I should be able to draw a Mickey Mouse cartoon and sell it. But they've got an extension on it, and an extension, and an extension, and an extension. So they're sitting at like 70-some years or something like on this thing. And so the Winnie the Pooh, this is in the news the other day, Winnie the Pooh's has run out, and someone has made a Winnie the Pooh horror flick. So this is where this stuff will get to. But like that's what they're trying. That's what Disney's trying to protect is that. And if you can go from horror, you can go to other types of things, Tom. So
that's the only thing. That's the only thing Disney's trying to protect.
Yeah, well, yeah. But like, so that's whatever. Anyway, we're gonna take another break. We come back, NFL and more on KTCBroadcasting.com.
Keep cool this summer with one phone call to Shelby Heating and Air, your family-owned and operated heating and air company. And right now, ask for the exclusive Shelby Heating and Air Summer Special with discounts of up to $750 on quality heating and cooling systems. Again, up to $750 in discounts now. Cool cash savings is yours from Shelby Heating and Air, 1990 Eves Road in Shelby. Online at shelbyheating.com. See the page at whatsupshopper.com and like them on Facebook too. You know what Indoor Appliance and Mattress Center says? Stack them deep and sell them cheap. And just this week, a big truck has arrived with Bosch scratch and dented dishwashers stacked deep, and all with a full 1-year warranty, and they're selling them cheap. Plus Samsung scratch and dented dryers with a full 1-year warranty started at only $4.99 at Indoor Appliance and Mattress Center, 1241 East Dixon Boulevard in Shelby. On the right going down, on the left coming up. Online at HendrickAppliance.com.
For over 60 years, Boyd Tire and Appliance has been serving the Clover and surrounding area with the finest quality of home appliances, televisions, lawn equipment and parts, tires, and more. They feature in-house financing with 90 days same as cash, and they service what they sell. Drop by their showroom at 110 North Main Street in Clover, open 8 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. on Saturday. Call 803-222-3231 for Boyd Tire and Appliance and Boyd Lawn and Garden. Online at BoydTireandAppliance.com.
It's the little old lady from Pasadena.
You can buy where the little old lady from Pasadena gets her cars. Her fast cars, that is. From Iconic Motor Company of Shelby, where you always get an iconic deal. Good credit, no credit, bad credit, no problem. Iconic Motor Company of Shelby can help. You can get approved with the best financing available. Iconic Motor Company of Shelby, 325 West Dixon Boulevard in Shelby. Online at iconicmotorcompanyofshelby.com.
Make sure your car or truck is ready for this year's cold winter weather with a checkup at Bruner's Automotive in Cherryville. Come in now for a free battery, wiper, or tire checkup. And now Bruner's Automotive sells tires. Check with them before you buy. And now you can get an oil change with up to 6 quarts of synthetic oil and a Wix filter for $42. That's Bruner's Automotive, 319 East Main Street in Cherryville. Call 704-923-7612 and visit the website at BrunerAutomotive.com.
Loading the kids in the car, brokering peace in the back seat, mastering the snack handoff without even looking. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. We work with independent agents who keep insurance simple, so you can worry about more important things, like figuring out what's growing in that cup holder. That's simple human sense.
Your auto owner's insurance agency is Mooney Insurance Agency, 1205 East Main Street in Maiden.
And we're back on Saturday Morning Sports Talk with Kevin and the gang.
They don't come here and F it up. JP!
Welcome back. Saturday Morning
Welcome back,
Sports
player.
Talk. Brought to you by Shelby Heating and Air. Give them a call, 704-487-7877. Check them out online, shelbyheating.com. Kevin.
Well, y'all's two teams are still in a will Baker Mayfield be a Panther? Will he be a Brown? He's been excused from minicamp. And now Jimmy Garoppolo, they're talking about a possible release of him. Like, the NFL is the weirdest thing in the world. They will not trade anything. 6th-round pick for a quarterback if it helps the other team at all get rid of any type of money situation. That's their game. I think the NFL owners care more about screwing the other owners out of money than they do actually winning these football games. Because why can Amari Cooper go for a 6th-round pick, and then the other wide receivers go for a 2nd-round pick, and then Garoppolo and Baker Mayfield can't even find a trade? But we're gonna hold on to Jameis Winston, guys. Yeah, that's our best move. Like, what?
Well, I think they say that owners get mad at other owners when they reset the market.
Yeah,
like when
they're mad at the Browns.
Tyreek Hill got signed by the Dolphins. That reset the market. That's why Cooper Kupp got stupid money.
If I'm
but with this $230 million, I think it was $230 million for Deshaun Watson. The other owners are mad at Haslam.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you just reset the quarterback market. So now, why would anybody help you out with Baker Mayfield? And I think Kevin's right on that. Or we're going to let you. You've got to release him and pay him. If you release him, you're going to pay him. So if I'm Cleveland,
and that's what's weird about Tom. Real quick on that, they would rather say you release him and you pay him than I would rather have him at all on my team. Like, there's 29 other people that are like, well, we could have him, but don't. It's across the league board. That's the weirdest thing to me, is that you can't find one team. Like, Zach, give me one reason Matt Rule and the Panthers have not given up a 4th-round pick for Baker Mayfield.
They actually leaked out.
They don't want to pay him.
They actually leaked out some of the this week, some of the trade proposals from the Panthers to the Browns. They proposed a 6th-round pick for him if the Browns paid 70% of his salary. I mean,
if I have to pay,
they lowballed him.
If I have to pay 70% of his salary, this is what I'm going to do. It's like, no, you will be inactive for all 17 games, but you're not going to go play for somebody else, and I'm going to pay you.
They tried to trade Sam Darnold straight up for him. there was equal salaries.
What the Browns don't want to. What?
I agree. I mean,
What do you wanna do
I
that?
thought we made not smart trade proposals to them. I would have. I mean, I would have had no problem.
What I saw too is what may happen is the Browns renegotiate his contract to maybe half of what it is, and then release him. You see what I mean? If you want us to release you, redo your contract. And then there's these people that actually think, there's a lot of nuts out there that think, well, since Deshaun Watson, because evidently he likes to go to Instagram and hire people for massages that aren't exactly massage therapists, and Houston wants to cover it up, which is just disgraceful. I mean, it's like, dude, why are you going to Instagram? You're like rich, famous, athlete, but you're going to Instagram to hire people for massages that aren't even massage therapists? I mean, that's what.
If I'm Baker,
I mean, yeah, that is the most insane thing I have ever heard in my life, that somebody of your stature, somebody who's a world-class athlete, 4-time Pro Bowler, whatever he was, you're hiring, you're going
I'm going to ask the
Instagram?
same. I'm going to ask the same question his lawyer asked. Did he do anything illegal?
Well, I was reading, without being graphic, there's a,
I know.
there's something certain, there's a certain act a man has to do for it to be rape, which he did not do.
Right.
So
He didn't give her the gift card?
Right. Well, I'm not going to elaborate.
He didn't eat at Arby's, or just gave her the gift card? Was that the fine line that they're drawing? Is that he didn't take her to Arby's, he just gave her the gift card?
I guess.
Well, anyway,
But
two guys have the most cap space. The Browns have $40 million still in cap space.
Just this year, though, Kevin.
I know.
Just this year.
I know.
Yeah, it's gone.
And the
after that.
Panthers, so we can eat it and have you leave him on the team and still have $22 million. In fact, the Browns have $40 million in cap space. That's including Baker's. So, like, why didn't we say, well, why have we not signed anyone else? The Panthers have $24 million in cap space, and you're arguing over $3 or $4 million for a quarterback who could change your team. Like, if you trade for him, Zach, and he did well, you're going to give him $100 million. So why would y'all be arguing over
If I'm Baker,
golly.
Panthers are just. I would have wanted to go to Pittsburgh. Now, Cleveland would never let him go to Pittsburgh, but if I'm Baker, that's where I would want to go. That would be motivational for me, knowing how motivationally driven he is to perform well in Pittsburgh against Cleveland.
I'm looking at cap space. So teams that could take him straight up without doing anything, just $18 million, would be the Bears, Cowboys, Raiders, Steelers, Seahawks, Packers, Commanders are close. They're like $1 million off. So,
I mean, you would think they could have reached out to the Bears. If I'm the Bears, I'm giving up their quarterback from Ohio State. I can't remember his name. Fields? Is it
But,
Fields?
Zach, why would they trade Fields from – that's not what Cleveland needs. Cleveland doesn't need another quarterback.
No, he's just saying in general, just replacing him.
Why would you draft a guy, number one, played 1 year, and now you're going to bring in somebody to replace him?
Well, the Browns drafted the guy number one overall. He won a playoff game, beat the Pittsburgh Steelers, and then they traded for a rapist.
But is Fields out
and gave
there,
him $250 million.
Fields isn't the distraction that Baker is.
I know. I just said these teams do the weirdest stuff with quarterbacks. Like, none of it makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, I will say that it seemed like something could have been done. I mean, I know that he still wanted to play with the injury, but for the life of me, you don't really get to decide whether you play or not. You know, the doctors can say no, or the team could say no, you're inactive. Baker doesn't activate himself. You know what I mean? No, you're inactive. Throw a temper tantrum. Do whatever you want.
Well, what the doctors probably say is it's healthy enough to play. It's your decision on whether to play and on probably whether or not. So they'll give you this question. I was asked this one time by a doctor on my MCL tear. We can replace it. I mean, well, you can have surgery and you just be out 6 months of everything. And I played 3 different sports, so that affects other things. Or you can just play through it. And that's probably what I'm guessing he had the choice of. Yes, he could have said, you know what, it's torn, doctors, they'll deactivate me kind of thing. This is what I'm guessing. Obviously, I don't know. Or it's hey, I'm hurt. I could probably play through it. I'll try. But either way, if he didn't play through it or not, I just, and I just think they did him wrong. Like I think Dallas did Romo wrong, and how they'll do these quarterbacks wrong all of a sudden.
Yeah, I think
that's done so much or done something for your franchise or been there for so long. And how do you welcome them back?
Like I said, I think they did him wrong and let him play. It's like, no, you're not.
Exactly. Somebody showed a picture of Kareem Hunt and Nick Chubb, and it was like, here's a picture of our running backs to keep our minds off our quarterback with his allegations. And they're like, Kareem Hunt.
Yeah. It's different when it's the quarterback. It's just different when it's the quarterback. It's just different. They're held to a higher standard. I know you're going to say that's not fair, but the quarterback, as often the face of the franchise, is going to be held to a higher standard. That's just a fact.
So the fact that he didn't play at all last year, does that weigh in any effect at all? In any type of suspension?
I've heard that it might, but he drew his salary, right? He was just a healthy scratch every game, right? I mean, he was on the roster.
I think, didn't he say he didn't want to play for him? That's what started this. That's what started it before the allegations came out.
I don't understand.
And now there's,
what somebody, I was listening to some of the talking heads. That's what didn't make sense to me. I mean, they're making all these girls sign NDAs and all this stuff, and they did everything they could to cover it up. Why would you want to be traded when you know that increases the likelihood of all that coming out? A lot of this things. He's a young man, and I'm not going to say I'm not going to judge anybody else. He's young. He made some mistakes. I think he had an addiction, and he didn't get any help for it. I think that's what it boils down to.
I think you used the wrong tense on that had.
I mean, he's still. I mean, he may. I don't know, but you don't know if he's gotten any help for it.
Well, I
don't know if he's gotten any.
There
help.
is video of him online with a porn star in his house playing basketball. So once you get to that level of Tom, of having them in your house like that, I don't know if he did anything illegal. I don't know if anything he did wrong. If anything's suspendable for a football team, like, what do you like? Again, now the NFL, I think the Texans might be in trouble with the NFL through some of this for their participation in whatever he was doing.
If they help cover it up, and then there's talk that the Browns don't seem to be interested in voiding the contract. Is the contract even voidable? I mean, that's been just debated. Can they even void the contract if they wanted to?
Even know.
The picks are unrecoverable. I don't think there's anything that can be done to get those picks back. I mean, what they did was
stupid.
Is they had 2 aces and 2 kings and went all in, betting we're going to get another ace or a king, and they got a 2. I mean, I think that's what happened. You're all in, and now you've. I mean, how long is it going to take the franchise to recover from this?
10 years.
I mean, this is just a disaster. And as I said time and time again, you can't go all in on a guy if you don't know he's going to play. Period. You can't go all in on a guy if you know. When the Rams went in on Stafford, okay, I question that. Why are you going all in on Stafford? But he was going to play. Mm-hmm. And when I watched some of the film on Stafford and some of the throws he was making, I said, okay. He was in Detroit for so long. Maybe he didn't realize what a great a talent he was. And somebody, no. If we get this guy, we have a good chance to win the Super Bowl, and they did. So they went all in on him, and it made sense because he's going to play. You can debate the talent of Watson, but you can't go all in. He might not play this year. Bauer got 2 years. Who's to say that the NFL's not going to feel pressure to give him 2 years because of what Bauer? Mm-hmm. Because of what the MLB gave Bauer and the female fans, out there say, with feeling like, well, since he did this to women, the NFL doesn't care about women. They're going to have an image problem with this. I mean, this is just a complete
I think it's
disaster.
I think it's even if he comes out and he performs well and he doesn't get suspended a lot, it's bad for your franchise. I mean, the face of your franchise. I mean, it's just bad.
Tom, after 3 years, Troy Aikman was 14-24.
See, but the thing is, you bring up these other guys, Kevin, and I know you bring up these other guys, but Troy Aikman was not the distraction that Mayfield was.
No, I'm talking about in general. No, here's not where I'm going. Sam Darnold was 24 years old, right? Aikman was 26 before he won 13 games. I think what I'm saying is that between the colleges not playing pro-style offenses And then these guys getting drafted by the NFL. We hype them up, and we have 3, 4, 5 quarterbacks drafted in the first round, and then they're almost all bust, right? Because they haven't played in these systems and practiced in them, and then we don't give them time when they get there. And this is the other thing I bring up all the time is that we need to have 3 quarterbacks on each roster. Aitman in 3 years was 14 and 24. Dallas could have easily said, we're done, right?
Yeah.
It's not that he was a distraction. What I'm saying is that they could have easily been like, because remember, they had Steve Walsh, and they still chose Aitman over his. Aitman was recruited as a option quarterback at Oklahoma. He was not a passer. And then he
transferred to UCLA.
Well, Emmitt Smith happens. We'll say that, and that helps. And they 13 wins, 11 wins, 10 wins, 12 wins, 10 wins. He had 5 10-win seasons. Troy Aikman did. Won Super Bowl in 3 of those. So what I'm saying is that these teams, I believe, should take more chances and give more times on these quarterbacks in where Baker and Sam Darnold's contracts are. They've had time to practice. Like, watch Rich Gannon. He won the MVP at 37, 38, 39, something like that. He didn't get good until later. Give them a little bit of time. If I take a chance, the Panthers take a chance on him. I'm not saying he's won a playoff game. What is Sam Darnold? How can you sit there and say we're in a better position with Sam Darnold than Baker Mayfield?
I would love to have Baker down here. I thought, from everything that happened, I mean, we had Cam Newton. You're talking about a distraction.
That's right.
I mean,
that's why his career. I mean, I wouldn't say Baker's as big a distraction as Cam.
No, I don't think he is either. That's why I said I wouldn't mind to have him down here. I like. Okay, so Baker's a distraction based on the way he carries himself. But if he matures into that, he can use that instead of it being a distraction. He can use it as a motivation.
I don't mind a guy having an edge. I don't mind a guy being competitive. I mean, I don't mind a guy who's not scared to say, "Yeah, I'm better than you. I'm gonna beat you."
Yeah.
I mean that's fine. But when you're like skipping the press conference and you just kind of you're getting into it with Colin Cowherd and all this other stuff. I mean, it's just that's what Cowherd wants. I mean, he wants you to come
so
back
you make more
him
money,
so he can make more money. So I mean, it's just. I don't I know that's one thing I disagree with Kevin. Kevin's like, why are you moving on from this guy? He won you a playoff game. You hadn't won a playoff game in 30 years. That's a good point. But if he had lost the locker room, I understand. I just don't understand why you did what you did and go out and go all in on a guy that you
right. Well, that's where I'm with you. I'm really in the same spot. If this would have been traded for Drew Brees or Tom Brady or just somebody different that didn't have this stuff on him. That's what I'm saying. That's the disrespect to Mayfield, is that you're giving it to a guy who has he even won a playoff game? Yeah, I'm not sure if he has.
I'm not sure he has either.
And you're giving up on me and what I've done, and I played hurt for you, won you a playoff game, and then you're just kicking me out to the curb for a guy who's not even like you said. We don't even know if he's going to play. Yeah. He's had sexual assault allegations. Are you making him the face of your franchise after all that? Like, it's just weird to me how they did that. But again, if they would have traded for I don't even know who's a good Josh Allen. They trade for Josh Allen. Wouldn't say a word.
Right.
Like, good move.
Even if they would have traded like for a Matt Ryan. Okay, we're gonna get a stopgap guy for 2 years.
That wouldn't have been too terrible.
And then we're gonna go get a guy in the draft. Okay, we're moving on because we want an adult in the room to be quarterback. I was fine with that. Even though I was fine with because I kept saying, okay, he's gonna grow up. He's gonna stop this. Okay, he's gonna stop this. He's gonna grow up eventually, and it just kind of never happened. So if you want an adult, just say, look, it's not working out. The locker room doesn't like you. I mean, even a Jimmy G. Jimmy G, the locker room seems to like him. The people seem to like him.
I'm glad you brought him up. He's in this article. Tell me, read this, Zach. I'm going to read this sentence. You tell me how you feel about your franchise. You might feel better after reading this sentence. The Panthers, there's some in the Panthers organization, despite Darnold's 17-32 record, is better than Garoppolo, who's 33-14 and been to 2 Super Bowls. Or 1 Super Bowl, whatever it was.
Let me tell you why they believe that. One reason. It's because of something called a presupposition.
Yeah.
It's because he was the first in the draft.
That's right.
It's their starting point. Oh, he was first in or what? He might have been first. He might have been.
He was second or third.
Okay.
Something like that. It just says it a minute ago. I'll find it.
Because Baker was first, correct?
Yeah.
But you're sitting there going, oh, well, he's because he was this, and then you got somebody come up, proven. I mean, I don't know why Garoppolo gets thrown under the bus so much.
I don't get it either.
I don't know why San Francisco dying to get off of him to put the guy in and ain't never played.
So
who they gave way too much
when they didn't need a quarterback.
Right. They didn't need. They obviously they've not liked Garoppolo from the get go. So the Panthers are sitting there with two quarterbacks who've won playoff games, talking about Sam Darnold and this guy you've drafted, Corral and Zach. I swear to God, if they talk your fans into believing in that guy right now, I mean they're selling y'all those. I'll tell you what they're selling. You know, I make fun. The Hornets do it too. They say those Bojangles things without the fries and they charge you more. So if a Bojangles combo is regularly like $8, it's still $8 at the stadium. You just get the chicken tenders though, but no fries. There is no combo. It's just cheap. But that's what it is.
And they start selling kids meals at the stadium and charge you the same price they do for the regular one. That way you get fries, a biscuit, and 2 pieces of chicken.
I know, right?
Is what I had last night for supper.
But what I read is the Browns have no interest in voiding the contract. They're all in, I guess, because they said the other players like him. He's we're all kumbaya. We're all going to they went would they go to the Caribbean somewhere and had football practice. I can't remember exactly where. But
I bet
mean,
maybe
Wait,
Tom. If
maybe give him some digits.
If you're on the Browns and Deshaun Watson says, you want to go to the Caribbean,
I'm like, better rethink this.
It's for training. Yes, sir. And then, yes, I'll be on the plane. And yeah.
If I wasn't a married man, yeah.
I'm sure there's some that are married and like, oh, we're just training, folks. We're going down to the Caribbean with Deshaun Watson.
I guess some of
my wife would have a block changed on my house.
But that's because we're regular guys.
That's not who he took. I guarantee he didn't take the married ones. There's 88 people on the roster right now, Tom. He said, well, with the 12 of y'all, we're going down to the Caribbean with Deshaun Watson. Ain't none of them turned him down.
I'm still trying.
None of those single guys said no.
This is my last comment on Baker though. If they truly chose Odell over Baker, that's hard because Odell's hard to deal with. We know this.
But Cleveland was not a city where Odell Beckham was going to work out. It's just not going to.
Oh, my phone did.
It's not going to work out with a New York, L.A. personality in Cleveland. I mean, it's just not going to work.
And I will say this about Deshaun. So everybody thought, oh, man, I can't believe Cleveland got him. You remember, it was a surprise. I think it's for one reason and one reason only. It's because he got that guaranteed money, and nobody else would ever have given him that. Of all the teams that he took his no trade clause off, Cleveland was the sucker.
It's 100% the note. Yeah, you're right. 100% the note.
They are a sucker guaranteed. On this. The only thing I could see is if the league investigates and found that Houston did mislead people by covering things up. I don't know if anything could be. I mean, it's where you get into legality.
Now that is a very valid.
You can have a lawyer argue that,
but I think it's a valid argument. Hey, you covered up. You knew this. We're going to get picks back.
I don't know if I see that. That's where I don't want to sit here and say that can work out.
There is a precedent though for taking picks. Ask Patriots for cheating.
Yeah,
and they lost the first round pick. So I mean,
but we're gonna, since you were a sucker, we're going to give you your picks back. I don't know. I don't know if the NFL works. I can't speak to that. All I can speak to this, and I've said it 100 times. You cannot go all in on a guy who might not play, whether it's an injury, or allegation, whatever.
You can't
go all in on a guy who might not play.
You got to have stipulations in the contract.
No, they didn't.
No, they didn't. They were in a honeymoon.
See, but you can't look. If a guy has a problem,
that's $250 million.
If a guy has a problem, he's going to lie to cover it up.
Right.
If whatever kind of addiction is, if it's gambling, if it's women, if it's drugs, they will lie. They will lie to cover it up. And it been me. I was like, nope, we can't do this. We can't do this because I know you got to know in the back of your mind that somebody who is not once or twice. Now, if he did it once, one woman, even, Roethlisberger, what was it? Once or twice.
Yeah.
22, and now we're up to 15 or so, I guess, have vouched for him and said, no, we enjoyed what he did. Okay, but the others are Yeah, no.
So just to make you feel even better about it, Tom, if he doesn't play this year, it will be 3 years since he played a football game. And that year that he did play, his team was 4-12, and the Browns just gave him almost enough money, which was $230 million. Jordan bought the Hornets for $275. We're getting to the point of giving guys contracts big enough to buy sports franchises in one contract in 5-year deals, 6-year deals.
Denver got sold this week.
Yes.
Did you see that number?
No.
Please pull it up.
How many billion?
5.5, I think it was. $275 for the Hornets. So Jordan's probably grinning.
Oh, he's going to make big time bank when he sells it.
4.65. Could you imagine what the Cowboys would be worth? For Terry.
Broncos.
The Broncos were sold?
Yes.
Right. I think Forbes estimated Cowboys value between 10 to 12.
$4.5 billion.
They said if it's sold, they would expect close to 20 on a sale.
Unbelievable.
So, yep. All right, we'll be back in just a few minutes. Finish up the show. KTCBroadcasting.com.
Family owned and operated, proudly serving Shelby and the surrounding area with the finest in heating and cooling for your home or business. We're talking about Shelby Heating and Air, and right now they have an exclusive spring special on Carrier, Goodman, and Mitsubishi systems. Get exclusive Shelby Heating and Air discounts of up to $750. Yes, discounts on quality heating and cooling systems of up to $750. Online at shelbyheating.com, see their page at whatsupshopper.com, and like them on Facebook too. Located at 1990 Eves Road in Shelby. It's time to splash down at Today's Pro in Shelby. Today's Pro now has pool supplies. Keep cool with Today's Pro. They're featuring Aqua Bright chemicals, the ones the pool professionals use. Coming now for free Spin Lab water testing. And if you mention this radio ad, you get $10 off your pool supplies. And don't forget about their propane fill-up for those backyard cookouts. Again, it's time to jump in. Get your pool chemicals and pool supplies today at Today's Pro, 1325 East Dixon Boulevard in Shelby. Call 704-600-8393 or visit the website at todayspro.com. If you've been thinking about selling your car, Oak Grove Auto Sales, Service, and Body Shop in Kings Mountain can make it easy. They are now taking consignments. Let them do the work for you, getting you the best price possible. And don't forget about their service and body shop. And right now, Oak Grove Auto Sales, Service, and Body Shop has employment opportunities for a light-duty diesel and auto service technician, offering skill-based competitive salary and benefits. Just apply at Oak Grove Auto Sales, Service, and Body Shop. 522 Oak Grove Road in Kings Mountain. Open Tuesday through Friday, 7:30 to 6. Closed 1 to 2 for lunch.
It's time to check out the new inventory this week at Cars, Trucks, and Credit in Lincolnton. Just arrived a 2008 Ford Edge at $17.99 down. A 2005 Nissan Xterra, $17.99 down. Or how about a 2003 Toyota Camry for $14.99 down? See Cars, Trucks, and Credit, 604 Clark Drive in Lincoln. Online at ctcautosports.com and see their page at whatsupshopper.com.
Pro Wellness Family Chiropractic in Lincoln now offers dry needling. What is dry needling, you ask? Dry needling helps the trigger points in the muscles, tendons, and ligaments. And now the doctors at Pro Wellness Chiropractic in Lincoln are certified. Come by and talk with them how dry needling can help you feel better. See the new Pro Wellness Family Chiropractic in the new location at 644 Clark Drive in Lincoln. Online at prowellnessnc.com and like them on Facebook too. Crank it after you visit Eddie's Auto Parts in Lincoln. Eddie's Auto Parts is your local interstate battery dealer. From lawnmower batteries to power sports to batteries for big commercial equipment. Get yours today from Eddie's Auto Parts. So crank it with a new interstate battery from Eddie's Auto Parts, your locally owned CarQuest dealer. Located at 2514 East Main Street in Lincoln.
When you want some help from a fellow car lover, it's all in one place, as you'll discover. Roll in to CarQuest and roll on.
And we're back on Saturday Morning Sports Out with Kevin and the gang. They're talking the last leg of the race of sports.
Sports Talk brought to you by Shelby Heating and Air. Give them a call, 704-487-7877. Check them out online, shelbyheating.com. Thank you for sponsoring Saturday Morning Sports Talk. Kevin?
Zach, before last night's game, Draymond had 15 points, was 0 for 7 from 3, and 5 for 10 from the free throw line, and he had more turnovers than baskets made.
He's the
in the final.
He's the driver
He's
of the team.
leader. I thought you had to lead by example.
I mean,
Tom,
he's driving him not to throw him the ball. Is what he's doing.
Where's the squares? I'm going to put up my picture.
He was pulled. He's our leader.
Tom, you'll be able
Defensive leader, and he was pulled because he can't guard nobody.
Tommy, see if you can see this. This was this just in, Tommy. This is Deshaun Watson. They've sent in a photo of his 23rd accuser. So folks at home can pick it up. I can't. Looks an awful lot like Baker Mayfield in a wig. I can't get it to focus on the camera, but there's the 23rd accuser, Tom.
You know, in the sports community, because some of the pages and some, you know, when I get on those pages, I don't really go to the Browns pages too much because the people are crazy. I mean, they're just crazy, one way or the other. Either they want this, like, why would you want the Watson trade to blow up in your face? Even as a fan, I disagree with it. Should have went with Baker, but I don't want this to blow up because I'm still a fan of the team.
They're going to be stinking for the next 20 years again.
And then you've got people who just like loathe Baker Mayfield like he is Satan. I'm like,
it's a weep.
It's just like, what is wrong?
It's the same thing that happens to the Panthers every year. We're going to win the Super Bowl. The fans think we're going to win the Super Bowl.
I don't think Cleveland thinks that.
Well, for the last 4, maybe they had a little incentive.
Yes.
You know, we're going to win the division. You know, we're going to win, and they probably could have. It's the way, and it's people just
with all the defense that Cleveland has had, and I think their defense has a chance to be very, very good this year. That's terrible.
Found it for you.
That's just terrible. That's horrible. That's beyond horrible. I mean, but you know what? But you know what?
That was tweeted by Aaron Claypool, another NFL player. Just to let you know,
they should fine him for that. Really, they should fine him for that. You know why? Even though it's funny, as another player, you shouldn't do that. That would be like me making fun of, say.
No, it's not another player.
Okay, if it's another,
maybe, I don't know.
If it's another player, there should be a fine and possibly a suspension for that.
I'm guessing not.
Can't make. You're making light of a relatively serious allegation.
True, I agree with that. But
you're making light of a serious allegation. Now, the ones that had the memes where he's in a McDonald's uniform, okay, that's making light of the situation, but not making light of allegations. And this is where we go again, that women don't think their allegations are taken seriously. And what does this meme say? This meme says the allegations of women are not serious.
Amber Heard did a good job of that. This
I mean, but that's an image deal. So if that came from another player, that player needs to be suspended.
Think it was. I think it was something else.
Okay.
Draymond Green, Zach, the podcast episode stat 17, games with double-digit points or rebounds or assists, Tom, 14. So more in that. I don't have too much this week.
Draymond's another one.
Wait, did we talk about Myles Garrett?
No,
we did not talk about. I mean, not Myles Garrett. Miles Bridges.
Don't know about that.
So Miles, we'll finish up the show with that. So Miles Bridges, do y'all remember how the season ended and him throwing the mouthpiece and hitting that little girl?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So it's a contract year, and I joked at the time that he would that would cost him $10 million or so, and maybe even more. And but then, so Miles Bridges goes on the internet here, and I'll show you what he posts. This is what they call in the community, Tom, lean. And right behind it in his hand is a joint. So Bridges, waiting for Michael Jordan to hand him $100 to $200 million, is sitting there after hitting a little girl in the face with a mouthpiece. And this is the Charlotte Hornets. This is the Charlotte Hornets.
What's in the cup?
It's called lean. It's a I'll explain it to you later.
Okay.
Wow.
I don't know anything about that.
I don't.
Okay.
But high on life. Man.
But put it this way. It's just not a good look for someone wanting a $200 million contract.
$200 million.
But Michael Jordan, he's wanting more money from Michael Jordan than Jordan ever made in his life. So anyway, it's just weird where the contracts and wild have they've gotten changed the sports. Did you see they're arguing about as well as reducing the season? JJ Redick's making the claim that it's harder on the guys now than it is back in the 80s and 90s because they play more possessions, Zach, because they run around in space and more, because they run a little bit more. Not because he bangs into somebody more. It'd be like saying it's tougher on Barry Sanders than it is Jerome Bettis. Like, come on now. Come on now. What? How's it tougher on you not getting hit more and you're running around? So they're arguing about reducing the season, Zach. And then I think Stephen A. turned around and told him, if you reduce the season, y'all still going to sit out.
Correct. That's correct.
So y'all still aren't going to come to work.
That's correct. The great resignation is rubbed off on everything. Nobody wants to come.
Nobody wants to be there. Well, I just got to get Terry to answer text when I send him. That just never happens.
Forget that. He's not.
All right. Well, next week, guys, I don't know the exact schedule and format of the show. If I'll be here, if I'll be able to set it up. It looks like I did get the 10 o'clock draw, which I did not want. So I have a game, and I won't probably be here unless we do it from on location from behind the left field fence at Bessemer City. We may have Tom and them come out and do that.
No.
Yep. On location next week, JP.
No.
8 to 10. What does it matter to you?
Because this is convenient for me.
Oh, an extra 7-minute drive.
This is in the air conditioning.
It will be 8 o'clock outside.
I can sit and eat my
under
breakfast.
a tent, eating still Mitchum's Kitchen breakfast by our lovely waitress.
Well, we could use a better looking waitress.
Yeah. All right, JP. We're out of stuff to talk about, really, because I don't think I got anything else.
All right.
We got
See you next week. Thank you, Shelby Heating and Air.
Hey, do special announcement, Tom. Burns Bulldogs football.
Burns Bulldogs football covered on YouTube next year. Thank you, Chris White and Calvin.
Tom
for
had a
working
big
that out.
week this week.
That's right. Got the deal. The ink is still wet on the paper.
We'll be back next Saturday. KDCBroadcasting.com.
Chosen breed, you don't see too many like me, 'cause I